Hello guys, and welcome to Daddy Share Space. So today I have another unboxing from Festool, and this right here is the TID 18/TPC 18/4 drill. Just taking a look at the sustainer right off the bat, you have this area on top where you can open up. You've got these little dividers here which you can utilize to store bits in, which I think is pretty interesting. This is the first sustainer that I have that actually has this extra feature. So let's go ahead and open up the kit and see how it looks on the inside. So as you can see here, this is the presentation for the actual drill. You've got the handle here, you've got the TPC 18/4, you've got the TID impact driver, and let's pull this out. Underneath here you have the charger, you've got your books and pamphlets and such, and pulling each item out. So here's the drill, the TPC. Over here on this side, we've got the TID. And then inside of here, it does come with 2 belt clips to be able to be used on both drills if you use them. And then you also have down here, if I can get to it, you've got a right angle chuck which fits onto the fast fix portion of this drill. Got another manual here, and then you've got a Jacob's chuck which is also going to fit on the TPC. And finally, let's go ahead and pull out this charger and take a look at which one it is. Okay, so what we have is the TLC 6 charger here. So I believe this will be like my 3rd charger in-house that I have. And then I have this. I don't know what this is for, but it was in there. It's a long kind of rod. I'll just put that back down there for now. So anyways, that is what comes in the kit. Sorry. So the kit does, as you can see on each drill, they come with 2 4-amp-hour batteries here. So I have those. And, well, let me just go over my rationale for this purchase. Now, right over here to my right, I do have the Festool CSX, and I also have the Festool C18 drills, respectively. So I bought this kit specifically for this drill, and when I looked at the price, it's over $600 just for the drill by itself, and it's maybe like $30 or $40 more to get the TID. So I just went ahead and got that option. So I don't know if I would have purchased the TID alone for whatever price it's offered at. I think it's $350 or something like that. But in the deal, it just seemed like a better option because you do get the 2 batteries, you get the 2 chucks, and then you get everything else. The only thing that you don't get in this particular kit is the actual Central Tech chuck, which I have one for this drill and one for this drill, so I could kind of rotate them around. But in the future, I'll probably end up getting a Central Tech chuck for this drill. Now, touching on why I purchased this drill, I have a video on my channel that I had like 18 drills and drill drivers, impacts and such. So now this will put me at 20, I would say. The one thing that I learned when I started using let me back up a little bit. I purchased the Milwaukee M18 set, and it was the fuel set, which was an upgrade over my original Milwaukee 18-volt drill and impact driver. And I was using those for about 10 years, and then I upgraded and got the fuel version. And then, you know, just from watching different reviews and different channels, I decided to go ahead and tip my toe in the DeWalt market. And I tried the DeWalt hammer drill and impact and just was comparing one against the other. But another drill that I went out and purchased was the Milwaukee 5-in-1 driver. And that particular drill, it quickly became my favorite drill. I was using it on everything because it just gave me a little bit more control, a little bit more finesse than like just a regular full-size M18 drill. Now, what I noticed was that as I started to get into this Festool brand, I decided to go ahead and try the CSX because I'd heard a lot of basically glowing reviews about it. So I went out, I splurged, I bought the Festool CSX, and right off the bat, I just noticed it was just smoother even than the Milwaukee M12 in relationship to the M18 and also the DeWalt. And around that season, they actually released a DeWalt 5-in-1 drill driver, and there had been a Bosch on the market for many years. So I decided to do a drill comparison, and I purchased all of those and did a comparison one to the other. This Festool, it just really was, where I really noticed it the most was when I was doing pocket screws. And earlier on in my woodworking journey, I was always stripping out screws, or the drill bit was just falling off the actual screw, and it was just very frustrating. But once I switched over to using the Milwaukee, it got a little better. And when I switched over to using the Festool, I mean, it got way better. I mean, it got to the point to where I was no longer stripping out screws, because it just felt like I had a lot more control in the trigger when I was actuating the tool. And so it made me do a little bit more research. I actually picked up this C18 drill used in my local area. There was a gentleman that was actually selling this and the REB track saw, which I picked up for a decent price. And I noticed the same thing with this particular drill, that it was smooth. And, I felt like I had a lot more control over, the other drills in my shop. Now, the one thing that this drill did not have is it didn't have the more aggressive features, as far as it's just like a screw gun, if you will. So this is a lighter duty. This is an 18-volt, a little bit heavier duty. And obviously my Milwaukee and my DeWalt drills are actually hammer drills. So this is Festool's actual version of a hammer drill. So I went ahead and picked that up and decided that I wanted to give that a shot. Now this drill has 4 speeds, right? I think my DeWalt is a 3-speed and my Milwaukee is a 2-speed. And here it says on the side that speed 1 is 0 to 500, speed 2 is 0 to 800, speed 3 is 0 to 2350, and speed 4 is 0 to 3600. 3600 is pretty fast for a drill. It does have 2 modes. It has the drill mode and it has the hammer function. Now, admittedly, I'm going to be honest, I'm not really necessarily looking to use this drill as a hammer drill. I might, but I have my eyes in the future on possibly getting some type of a rotary hammer to handle, those kind of applications. This is a pretty expensive drill. And I've read at least one post where someone used this in the hammer function and it locked up on them twice and they sent it back. And I didn't buy this really for the hammer function. I bought it because my understanding is this probably has a little bit more power than this particular drill here. So I wanted to give myself that, that full range of power. Because I noticed sometimes when I would use my CSX, like say if I was using pocket holes with 2x4s, the CSX can do it. But in the back of my mind, I was always thinking, like, I don't want to wear this thing down or tear it up. And I mean, this is perfectly fine for plywoods, and it probably is okay for 2x4 lumber, which is what I build with a lot, because I'm in the novice stage of my skill set. I just wanted to get something that I felt a little bit more comfortable with, but that I also had that extreme trigger control that the Festool devices have given me up to this point. The other thing that sold me on this drill is these chuck adapters. Now, both my DeWalt and my Milwaukee drills have fixed Jacob chucks in place. So there's no option to be able to do something like this where you can put a right angle, you can put an eccentric chuck, you can put a Jacob's chuck, you can put a quick change Central Tech chuck on the drill, which is, to me, an excellent feature, because it's typically only offered in the 12-volt versions of the other drills. And so having that full functionality on this drill is something that I find valuable for myself, as I'm, growing in my woodworking journey. So I would, consider this drill, though, I may do some kind of a, comparison as far as power. I wouldn't say that, right off the bat that this is more powerful. I would have to test it, for one. For two, I've seen other people kind of test this drill against other drills, and they, basically said it's not the same kind of power as a Milwaukee or a DeWalt. So I knew what I was getting into when I purchased it. I do want to note that on the back here, you've got speeds 1 to 13. Then you've got a drill function and such. So, it's a brushless tool. It's the EC Tech motor. So it's, it's decently feature-rich drill. It's got the, it's got the light here. They call it a quad drive because it's got the 4 speeds as opposed to the other brands. And, yeah, I mean, you do have a handle for if it decides to get pretty torquey, so you can put that in place. I have not used any of the handles on any of my drills because I haven't done anything that aggressive up to this point yet. So, but, obviously, I have it if I need it. Not going to take this too much further other than to just say this is another addition that I'm going to be using in my shop, along with the rest of my Festool tools and the rest of my DeWalt, Milwaukee, all of my tools. I'll be utilizing them to, grow my skills. I have a lot more things that I want to do, kind of getting this shop organized, because right now it's a total mess. But anyways, yeah, just added the Festool TPC 18 to the shop, and I just want to thank you guys for taking time to watch the video. I do have some more tools that I plan on getting in the future, because I think I may have mentioned in another video, or if I didn't, that I do plan on switching a lot of my tools over to the Festool system, simply because it is a system. And I'm kind of working on a video, at least a video idea about explaining more about what that means to me as far as Festool being a system. But anyways, well, that'll be in another video. I thank you guys for taking time to watch the video, and I'll see you in my next one. Take care.